Michael Dennis.
Dennis Jones, Pasadena High School.
John Brown, Blair High School.
Kenny Jones, Muir. We all part of the 1977 National Championship, Pasadena City College, Lancers. It wasn't easy, and I played at Muir, so I never envisioned playing against these guys, playing with these guys. However, me and Mike started together and Pop Warner together, playing together. So we all knew each other. Everybody knew each other. But like I said, again, it wasn't easy coming out of high school. But I guess we all had one destination when we got to PCC.
How we all came together was crazy because back then, if you didn't get a scholarship, you automatically went to PCC. You know, he knew it, he knew it, he knew it.
For me, playing at Muir, playing Pop Warner, I didn't learn how to play football until I got to PCC because of the competitive nature. We had to compete every day. We had to compete because he from PHS, he from Blair, I'm from Muir. You got to compete, so you got to represent. So each and every practice, the game was a piece of cake compared to practice.
Sure was. Halfway through our freshman year, because
I was laughing because I was thinking the same thing.
What had happened is the homebred talent that was around here knew each other one way or the other. And we knew if we got together for the same common goal that we had an all-star roster. So a lot of the guys who was already at, they became sophomores, already at the junior college. One of our goals was to basically like move them out the way, or nowadays run them out of town. So when everybody was starting to
tell the truth, what really happened.
When all the freshmen starting over all of the sophomores, we knew we had big things to look forward to the next year. And then when we got some additional coaches who probably looked at the roster and the talent as well, they came on and replaced our coach who was probably hired at the time. And came on and you know, they got us a gunslinger who came here and did a fabulous job, and they put some special talent around us. So they basically honed our skills with some complementary pieces around, because we had a city of nothing but running backs, defensive talent, receivers, and a lot of guys were just track stars. So the talent was always here. It was just how did we come together and everybody compromised. We had a lot of things what we sacrificed to doing that compromise when we had to compromise.
This was the opening of the dam.
Yeah.
Because after we won, we opened it up and they were sending kids every year. So they were coming down, you know, because once you have some success, college, they coming back to that well. Wait, where are they getting these kids at? There's some more down there, and they kind of opened it up. Because PCC had kind of fallen off a little bit prior to us getting there. But after that sophomore season that year, we really brought a lot of attention back to Pasadena.
Well, what happened is, I'm sorry, Kenny. What happened is, like Kenny is saying, we brought the reputation back.
Yeah.
The reputation that a lot of people had already established around here with the city college down there. It's been a lot of remarkable athletes and teams that went through there before. And the situations was different. Potato Bowls was, I think, at that time, the highest they can go.
Right.
When we played, they put the Junior Rose Bowl into it, so we got to the Potato Bowl and we did the extra. So that gives us a little bit bragging rights over those guys when we see them nowadays and talk to them. But it was just reestablishing our reputation around here, because, like we were saying at the beginning of this whole thing, how we got together, this was hostile territory. We had all these different schools where everybody was wearing their own different colors. We went to the same practice field on one day, and everybody thought they was doing their thing until we had to prove who we were. And when we did that, we became one.
Hey, you know what? I just want to touch back real quick on, you asked a question about how we felt about facing Jones County in the Rose Bowl. Because like I said, when we got together coming up to that sophomore year, just look at these factors. Junior Rose Bowl, they just reinstalled it back that year. They put it back, the Junior Rose Bowl back. They put it in Pasadena. That's our home. This is our house. So they put it there, and that's what we wanted all year. So once we got over that hump, we had one little slight misfall where we lost to LA Valley, but we got back on track, and then we beat that Potato Bowl game. It was a great game. We won it. Now we coming to where we wanted to come. Man, Joe, they didn't have nothing for us because we at home. We at the big game that we wanted all year. We've been talking about this for over a year or two to get to this game, so they didn't have a chance. I just wanted to put that in.
But
they didn't
like
have
he
a
said,
chance.
they brought it back, and that's no disrespect to the 1966 team, which some of them are still living here in Pasadena as well. Skip Robinson and Gilbert Blades and those guys. After they won it, they took it away. So it was every year, every term it comes around, it's always going to be, is it 20 or 40? It's 40-year anniversary, you know. And I talked to Skip, which I think he was inducted into the Hall of Fame last year. And we were supposed to get together this year, would have been our 40th year of the national championship. But due to PCC and administration, and I hope somebody opens up that page, your page, and see this, and it's coming from Adonis Jones. The recognition that you guys give this team and the team 66 team is horrible. You know, if you go down there, there's nothing on the walls, there's nothing stating national championships, and I think that might be a reason why some of our local kids don't go there now. I mean, they're full of out of the area kids, they don't know the tradition. I worked there 2 separate years as a Lancer coach. But like Kenny said, when they brought it back, and we would say we want roses at every practice, it's always a dream come true, you know what I mean? But we worked hard.
Yeah.
And the cool part about it is they had like a committee that morning, and I'll never forget it. They gave us these gold shirts, and we went to, I think we was met, did we meet in the library somewhere when we found out that we was going?
Yeah.
Okay, but we wasn't even really sure. It was up to the committee because we had the one loss, and they bought us shirts and all that, and the whole team got together that morning down at the school, and then that's when we got the phone call that we were going. After that, it was ridiculous. Like I said, no disrespect to the 66 team. I don't know how they prepared to win it, but I know we know how we prepared to get it done, and it was, I mean, we didn't have trainers. It was ice. So you get laid out. It ain't, don't worry about going over there talking about you got this twisted or whatever. You just get an ice bag and get your ass back out there the next day.
It's a team effort. It was all team. You got 4 of us here because we happen to be conveniently able to get here, but it was a team effort. And you know what? Even if they gave us this acknowledgement of Junior Rose Bowl champions or not, we still family. We still family. So I don't care how I'm talking about. If there's 38 of them left, if I see one and hadn't seen him in a year, we still family. We've had some differences or whatever, but we still family because we went through it together. And that makes a big difference when you know who's standing beside you, who got your back. So we went through that. We can go through life knowing that, you know, that these guys, I know what they've been through. I know what they accomplished. So that's a good feeling. And it's also a good feeling to be, you know, acknowledged like this too. But for me, bigger than that, just having these guys. When I can call one, ain't talked to him in a while, you know, or whatever. And, you know, we still on the same page.